Hey podcaster, I'm Tim Wahlberg, your podcast performance coach, with another actionable tip so you can grow your podcast authority, generate leads, and convert with ease. Today's tip is make your podcast the trust building tool it's meant to be. Let's talk about trust, or rather the lack of it. People are more skeptical than ever, and it's no surprise. AI is flooding the internet with content, generic blogs, cookie cutter videos, even fake hosts. It's getting harder and harder to tell if there's a real human behind the message. How are you supposed to trust someone if you don't even know they're a real someone? This is what we call the trust gap, and it's growing. People are hungry for connection, but they're wary of being sold to, tricked, or manipulated. So if you're a coach, consultant, or expert trying to build authority, this gap can feel like a chasm. So how do you bridge it? Podcasting done right. A podcast can be your most powerful trust-building tool, but only if you show up the right way. Why? Because when someone listens to your podcast, it's their choice. You don't have to stop the scroll. They've already opted in. They're inviting you into their ears, into their day, into their trust circle. And it's direct access to their inner world. I'm in your inner world right now. Wow! Look at this place. Hello? Oh, what does this do? I joke, but I actually take this very seriously, and you should too. It is a big deal to get invited into that circle. So don't waste the opportunity to connect and build trust through your podcast. Here are 3 ways how to make sure your podcast is building trust. Number 1, be consistently you. Your audience doesn't want a performance, unless, of course, that is what you do. But otherwise, they want you. Don't over-polish. Don't use a script that sounds like ChatGPT on a sugar high. Talk like a human. Make mistakes. Laugh. Be yourself. Leave a few of those ums and ahs in there. Yes, that's what we do as humans. We sound like a natural human. Be real. That's what builds a connection. Number 2, make it about them. If you've listened to any of my podcasts before, you know that I'm consistently yammering on about how important it is for your podcast to be listener-centric. It's for them. They press play to get something out of your podcast, not so you could get something out of your podcast. Think about it. Your listener tuned in for a reason, so deliver. Serve the problem they came for. Respect their time. Give them value. You're not just talking into a mic. You're talking to a person. And the 3rd way to continuously build trust, share real stories. This is how you prove there's a human behind the mic. Share your experiences, personal stories, client wins, even the moments you screwed up and learned something from. Stories connect us. They cut through the noise, and they often help people understand what you're talking about. I remember getting on one of my free podcast coaching calls with someone who asked me right out of the gate, "Hey, are you wearing pants?" She wasn't getting fresh. She was referring to the fact that I've shared many times on this show that I'm not a fan of pants. And I love podcasting because it's a welcoming space for those who prefer to remain pantless, like me. So I confessed that I was not wearing pants, and she still became a client. Not because I wasn't wearing pants, but because I was exactly who I said I was on the show. And she felt like she already knew me. And for some reason, she could trust a coach without pants. It all worked out in the end. I talk a lot more about storytelling in past episodes. Check out episode 108, 197, and 234 for more on this. The point is, storytelling is your superpower. And in a world of AI-generated content, inserting those real stories from your real life helps the listeners see you as a real person that they can trust. So just keep it real. If you want your podcast to bridge the trust gap, remember to sprinkle in stories even if you're using AI to help you write your scripts or outlines. Note, I said help you, not actually write your scripts. And double check that your episodes serve your listener through those stories. So remember those 3 ways to bridge the trust gap. 1, be consistently you. 2, make it about them, be listener-centric. And 3, share great stories. Be helpful, be consistent, be real. Because when you do that, When you use your voice, your stories, and have a listener-centric approach, you build real trust. And that trust, it leads to loyalty, leads, and long-term authority. And I hope that's just the tip you need. If you want to figure out how you can use your podcast to stand out, build trust, and grow your business in the AI era, book a free coaching call with me and let's discuss just you, me, and your podcast. Book your free podcast coaching call by using the link in the show notes or at podcastperformancecoach.com. I'm Tim Alberg. See ya!